Hey, everybody. Hi. Happy Sunday. Great to see you all. Thanks for tuning in on a Sunday morning or afternoon if you're in the UK or Australia. I don't know what time it is there. Probably maybe the next day. Who knows? But great to see everybody. And I'm going to waiting for Penny to come into StreamYard. So I'm going to say hi to the ones I see so far. Oh, Princess, have errands to take care of today. Have an amazing Sunday. Bye. Thanks for popping in. Joe, hey, Joe. Great to see you. Clearwater, Chad. Chad, people were asking about you last night. I don't know what you were doing. Were you going to getting some calzones or what? Great to see you here. I know you're a morning person. FXP. Hey, FXP, great to see you. How you doing? All right. I don't want to miss anyone. Terry Ray. Hey, Terry. Hey, Frizunu. Hey, Terry. Chad, are you okay? Yeah, Chad. Everybody misses you. How is everyone? How is everyone today? I spent the night with the fan on in my window, and I my throat's a little bit sore today. It's allergy season here in Vermont. Fun, fun, fun. One tough chick. Hey. Great to see you. Morning, peeps. I'm chilling with my special dude and editing the first series of videos for my channel. And I spy with my little eye a Penny 5A. She's in the backstage. So hi, sweetie. And I see Joel trying to get your original greeting, Joel. Oh, here it is. Howdy. Hi, friends and neighbors. Sorry to get you up so early, guys. I know a lot of you are in Central and Mountain and Pacific. Hey, John. Hey, from Northeast Pennsylvania, Team Mike. Hey, Clearwater Chad, Freezing Project, and Terry. Hey, John. In our house, we call him Uncle Scooby Dooski now because he sent my fur babies this big box of toys, and I put the box in front of them, and they were just, like, vibrating. They were so happy. Of course, I'm not gonna give them all at once, but I just wanted to see what they would do, and it was, like, Christmas morning. They were so cute. They're like little toddlers, and, of course, they both went for this, little blue spiky ball, so they were fighting over that, and I'm like, "There's, like, 20 things in here, guys." And then he sent us a little, maybe 3 or 4 of those little rolls of poo bags, and I didn't see them. Of course, they found them. So Apollo grabbed it, and, it was like party time. It was like a streamer, and he's running around the house, and I'm trying to roll it back up. They keep me young. Yeah, it was just so much fun. So, did I see Anhata? Hey, 49. Wow, and cloudy. Washington. Yeah, it's cooling off here. We had a heat spell a little bit, but now it's starting to cool off. And Duncan's like cleaning the pool, and I decided to break out one of my favorite cups. It says "Fall, y'all," and I don't know if anyone's ever been to Vermont, but the fall foliage is absolutely gorgeous. It's usually the end of September, beginning of October, but it's like apple season. It's just my favorite time of year. It really is. Apple season and just the pumpkin spice comes out and the fall foliage and there's a big parade. Really, really beautiful. I just love this time of year. It's just The air is so, like, dry and crisp and no snow yet, so I just love it. Um, yes, on hot dog. I am going to star your comment, and we will talk about that. There are lots of things to talk about today. Um, I call this Fun Day Sunday because I like catchy little things, and I've been doing some morning streams during the week. This past week, I started, doing morning musings with Marilyn because, I like coffee, cults, and crafts, morning musings with Marilyn. Yeah. I'm corny. I've been, accused of being corny, and guess what? I am corny, so anyone that knows me, knows that about me. Yeah, but yeah, a lot happened this week. Of course, Danny Masterson was, um, sentenced to life in prison. Oh, 69 here in Clearwater, Wisconsin. Yeah, I wonder what it is. Usually Duncan looks at the thermometer it's probably in the mid 60s here. It might warm up a little bit, and then we're supposed to have some rainstorms again. Again. Poet. Hey, Poet. Great to see you. Awesome. Glad you're here on a Sunday morning. Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head that didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast. Oh, I'm having coffee, but my head did hurt a little bit. Well, mostly my throat because the allergies and the dry air. But once you get used to it, kind of goes away. Yes, 30 to life. He won't leave jail upright. Right. He's like, I guess my understanding of it is it's a life sentence with the possibility of parole after 30 years. So he's got a solid 30 years and he'll be 77. And it was interesting that I was listening to who knows what stream it was on. I've been listening to so many, but there's all these statistics that they look at, and the age of inmates when they leave makes a big difference, whether statistically, if they're likely to reoffend. So they said that, the older they get, it drops up from 60 something percent to like 2%. So, hey, Kristen, great to see you, honey. Welcome, welcome. Good to see everybody coming in. Evelyn. Hey, Evelyn. Oh my God, I'm out of it. Woke up less than an hour ago. Was getting ready for Monday stuff. Oh, I hear ya. Oh, you can relax with us. It's only Sunday. Only Sunday. And if you drink whatever your poison is, I'm drinking my coffee, fall y'all. And if you're in the UK, it might be afternoon tea time. So, on Hot on Fire, Scientologists don't live long, healthy lives. Yeah, because they tend to, especially if they're in the Sea Org, they tend to grind themselves to powder for the cause. And Danny wasn't in the Sea Org, obviously. He had, in some ways, a cushy life, but I think the fame got to him, and the narcissistic tendencies that Scientology tends to instill in people, you know. So I've already got some start. I'll go through and we'll pick back up on the chat. Oh, wait for a second. Get this. Morning, sugar-free sweet tea. Ooh, sugar-free sweet tea. That's got a ring to it. I like that. I like that. On how can we discuss Asshat Kutcher or whatever and Mila Kunis because damn, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm. Yeah, first there was the news that they wrote those letters in defense of Danny, and they got so much backlash. And I guess they thought that those letters would be sealed and nobody would see them. So they probably got hit with tons of fans, probably former fans now, and a lot of backlash where they did this kind of begrudging, like, oh, we're sorry. And she seemed annoyed and he was just awkward. And yeah, it was, you know, it just too little too late. So it's like once the you can't you can't put the cat back into the bag, you know. Guess what is going down alongside Asshat and Mila? People are reporting that DM used Scientology to cover up. Oh, that Danny Masterson used Scientology to cover up. They're indelibly linked now. Yeah. Did everyone see the CNN broadcast? It was like a 15-minute interview. I forgot the reporter's name, but he did a pretty lengthy interview with Leah and Mike. And yeah, just laid it right out on CNN, which is, whether you like CNN or not. I mean, I don't get into the politics of what network is what, but they are a major network. They're a major network, and it's finally right. So I see a little cutie. I'm just waving to. Um, right. I'm just waving to some people in the backstage here. Sorry about that, guys. Freezy new project. Thought one. Mila looked, yeah, really mad. My thought is someone said the Mastersons have crap on Ashton. Yep, the anger from Mila could have been what Mila knows and what they have on him, and she isn't happy. Absolutely, absolutely. It seems like they're walking a fine line. And at one point, it looked like she kind of gave him a side glance, like married couples do. Like, you know, not sure what that signal was, if it was a signal. Just interesting. FXB thought too. The way they looked, I wonder if they were fighting all night. I'm sure they probably were. Because it's like, why did you say that? Oh my God, I didn't know. Da, 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 da. I could hear it now. Duncan and I were fighting over pasta because he was hiding the pasta boxes last night. I'll tell you about that later. So this is like I'm a lot more serious than pasta, right? Pasta boxes. He was hiding his noodles, his noodle. Anyways, just kidding. I wonder if they were fighting all night. It looked like a couple looks that had been yes, couple that looks like they've been fighting all night and had no sleep. Yeah, they looked rough, didn't they? They did. They didn't have a glam squad like Leah did. Oh my God, Leah looked. Oh, she looked like $1,000,000. Hopefully, she'll get $1,000,000, even more, after all this is done. Not that she really wants it or needs it, but I know that she's doing it for everyone that has been victimized and oppressed and fair gamed. Kristen Siren Creative. I think they should have declined to comment on Danny Masterson's behalf. Absolutely. And there was some speculation that maybe, you know, Scientology just like straight up wrote the stuff for no, they admitted themselves that they wrote it. They wrote them themselves. From a poet. I'm going to see the Poet Laureate of Arkansas today, 2 p.m. at the county library. Nice. Good for you. That sounds awesome. Evan Lee Barney, they have so much to lose. They are not just actors, they're activists that some mud in their faces. Absolutely. Yeah, they have a nonprofit for abused children. Huh. Yeah. It's just the hypocrisy is unbelievable. Unbelievable. On How to On Fire. I'm a little curious why they didn't even brush their hair. I know. They were a hot mess. I know it was like, let's just get this over with, you know? It's just crazy. Oh, we got a few more people coming in. Sorry, I like to scroll up and see the first greeting because people start greeting each other. So, uh, oh, what the heck? Selena Kaimauer, hi, sweetie. Good to see you. Always nice to see you. And Amber's Glass. Oh, I like your profile picture or whatever you call it, your thumbnail. Love it. Welcome. Joe. Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. Good to see you, honey. We got Joe and Terry. Love you, honey. As our mods. And of course, Penny backstage. So this is great that there's some mods here so that Penny doesn't have to go back and forth all the time. I think that makes it easier. I'm gonna start one more. Okay. Choctaw Nation Princess. I just call her Princess. There's Choctaw Princess, and then there's Princess V, which is Vanessa. So, uh, Ashton opening line. The letters were meant for the judge, right? Yeah, isn't doesn't that tell it? Says volumes, right? They didn't know that they are public records for all people. Exactly. Exactly. So they done messed up, as AA Ron would say, right? One tough check. The hypocrisy is real. Why couldn't they mention the Jane Does by name? Yeah, they knew them. I mean, what the fuck? Yeah, exactly. And not only did they not mention them by name, they didn't really mention them at all because uh Mila just made this really blanket statement towards the end, like, "Oh, I apologize to all victims everywhere," and all that. Yeah, that's not enough. Not enough. My dot says despicable. They never addressed the Janes, and now my daughter is questioning what really was really happening behind the child. Yeah, the foundation. Everybody can read that. Yeah, you never know. It's all a show, just like they're actors and they're used to privilege and they're used to getting away with anything and everything. You know, Terry Ray, thanks for the 2 people who subbed to Liz Ferris. Only 5 more subs needed. Yes. If we could keep pushing that, that would be awesome. By the time she gets up this morning, I want to be able to tell her she's got her 500. So Liz Ferris is at Pokemon and Cults, and we were on last night, and the night before she had 404, I think, subscribers, and then yesterday we did a little bit of a push on Facebook, and then last night she got all but I think 12. Then this morning I commented a few more comments on the posts, and now she only needs 5. Thanks, guys. Yeah, if everyone could give her those 5 left that she needs, that would be awesome. Awesome, awesome. Evelyn, Aaron said that they may have been told the letters were under seal. But this judge does not accept things under seal. Nice. So, jokes on them, though not exactly funny. No, but maybe they'll think before they do things like that. All right, guys, I'm gonna get a cough drop because my throat is so sore from, not to be gross, but I had the fan on last night and I get this darn allergy thing in my sinuses, like post nasal drip. So so I'm just gonna tuck this in. Oh, Joel McCoy, you're not just a hick from the sticks. I am too, though. Just saying. But even I know it was stupid to write the letters in the first place. Yeah, exactly. And then even more stupid to make the video. They will lose on this one for sure. Well, you know, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, right? Unbelievable. Selena, watch Mila get whiplash as she snaps her head around. Yeah, right? To glare at Ashton when he says re-traumatize. Mm, I know. I know. Barb, all the letters read so far sound so much alike, so over the top and disgusting. Yep. Oh, you're up, Liz Ferris. Morning, other mom. Love you, honey. Good morning. Good morning. You're up early. And how many more? Did we say 5 more uh, subs do you need? I'm just looking. Oh, you're at 494? Yeah. Let's get this done. That'd be awesome. And then we got to work on your watch hours, right? Yeah, we can do some lives. If you haven't heard Liz Ferris uh, on YouTube, you are missing out. She is one of the most just eloquent, passionate. I mean, last night when we were on Xenu Nation with my little bro Stevo, and and she would talk and say something, and we were like just our mouths were hanging open, and she's like, "Did you freeze?" And we're like, "No, we're just listening." We just didn't. We were just drinking it in, but we're all like, she's like, what's wrong with you guys?" I'm like, we're just watching. We're just listening to you, Liz. We're just letting it sink in, you know? That's all. Stephen Britton. Hey, friend. Good to see you. All right. FXP, comment to YouTube. If you're not allowed to say words, that is a problem in this world by an algorithm that is shielding not only the action from it being on your channels, but shielding the efforts to end it. Absolutely. It seems like a very primitive uh, thing because even if somebody was going to misuse a word, I'm sure about most people that use those words are speaking against it than people that are promoting it. Because people, predators and things, they're not going to say, "I'm going to go R word you now." They're gonna say something, you know, like more subtle about it. And I can understand as far as you don't want children listening to it, but usually when you post a video, it'll ask you, you know, is this for kids? And of course I always hit no, not for kids. Nope. Uh, I'm at 494. Only 6 more people. All right. Amy Delp. I subscribe to Liz. She needs 3 more. Come on, guys. We could do this. We could do this. Last night, I felt like it was a chat-a-thon. We're like calling out the numbers. And people were subscribing from different things. Oh, yeah. Duncan, I keep telling him to log in and subscribe. Whoa, 1 more? All right. The 500th person needs to tell us who they are. Come on. That's awesome. Selena, who'd have thought that Ashton was that much better an actor than Mila? Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't have a poker face at all. Although I can't talk. I don't have a poker face either at all, but I'm not an actress. I just let it all hang out. I'm just sticking some things up. I'm starring some things too, Penny, but I know you were gonna start them anyways. But I'm just looking at the live. Barb. Yay, Barb, thank you. Just up to Liz. You guys are awesome. Be right back. Just lost an argument with my dog. I know how that is. I know how that is. Oh, thank you, Princess. Marilyn, you're beautiful. Thank you, honey. Appreciate that. You're so sweet. Joe DeSeppo. Oh, 501. Oh, we just skipped over the 500. Yay. Awesome. Are you still here, honey? Let's see, is Liz Ferris, you did it. You did it. So Liz lives in an area where she can get the first tier. So 500 followers, and now we got to work on the 3,000 watch hours, and then she can receive super chats and memberships and some other perks. That's kind of what they lowered the the threshold for new channels to come in, although it wasn't for some reason it wasn't available to me. And then the second tier is 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subs. Then you can start getting the ad revenues as well. So when people watch your videos, then you get that's the full monetization. So oh, subbed. Marilyn was saying Liz needed an MR. Thanks. You subbed? I'm terrible at deciphering that. Where's Joe? She's the language expert. Selena, oh, I wasn't subbed to Liz. Weird, because I watched her videos. I thought, oh, subscriber number 503. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, a lot of people swore that they had subbed to her and they were either unsubbed. And then last night I went up to a certain amount and then it went down. I was like, well, obviously someone didn't unsub. So I think there's this weird thing with YouTube where it's just randomly unsubscribing people. It's crazy. But if you weren't subbed at all, I mean, you could have been. Who knows? Who knows? It's just nuts. All right, Joe. For all my fellow geeks slash nerds, there was a great stream about religious studies with Mark Torrey yesterday. I did a Lutheran stream yesterday, which is fun too. Yeah, I'll have to watch that. Um, Joe. Well, I was on the first stream. Sorry, I have a hair stuck to. I sound like Razor. I got a hair stuck to my beard. Um, yeah, I was on the stream with the nerdy bunch. That was really fun. And he had Mark Turi. He has a new channel, by the way. It's at Mark A. Turi, Turi, and he's got great content already. He's got all kinds of videos, interviews that he's done in the past with Aaron and I think with Jug and a couple others. And he's He's a scholar, he's an ex-Scientologist, he's a historian, he's a language expert. I mean, he's just so fascinating, so amazing. And he did a PowerPoint presentation on an overview of religious studies and what it is and what it's not, and the difference between religious studies, theology, divinity studies. It was really, really, really fascinating. So that is on his channel. It's on, I think, all four of our channels, the Notorious Never Ends. Yeah. Yeah, so check that out and check out Joe's channel. And if you haven't subscribed, it's at Joe DiCeppo, just like it's spelled there. Please subscribe to that fabulous lady. I got another hair stuff. What is going on? I gotta get my hair out of my face. Jeez, I'm a hot mess today. I hadn't really talked to anybody yet, so I'm like, I start talking. I'm like, oh, sound awful. Joe McCoy. I'm old enough to be Liz Ferris's father. I've watched her from the first appearance on SBTV. She has come a long way. She has. She has started to glow. I'm very, very proud of her. I am too. So, so proud of her. She's a force. And she's, like I said earlier, the way she expresses herself and carries herself, I'm just super, super proud of her. Absolutely. And I'm glad her baby channel, has only been up for a few weeks, and she's already got 500 subscribers. So totally, totally proud. Comment. I don't think Ashton is a better actor. In my opinion, the slight bit of regret you saw was the anger Mila had towards him for whatever argument they had all night. Yeah, that could be. That could totally be. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's just crazy. And the the video that Aaron did last night when he posted their apology and then played a clip of a Rosie O'Donnell interview that they had done years back and basically laid out that when she was 14, she was she auditioned and said she was, older than she was, but everyone in the cast knew how old she was. And Danny bet, Ashton, what was it, 20 bucks? Gave him 20 bucks to, yeah, passionately kiss her, which is like a Scientology thing. Oh, 20 bucks? Was it 20 bucks? 10 bucks? She'll write it in the thing. She's like that. It sounds like. I'm looking. Yes. 20 bucks. Oh. Oh my god, Rosie interview. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. It's not funny. That part of it definitely isn't funny. Did I just go blurry? Oh, there it goes, the focus. I gotta get rid of that autofocus. That is very bizarre. I'm not sure if it's just my slow internet that does that pixel thing or if it's the autofocus on the camera. I don't know, guys. What do I know? You know the rest of the story. Uh, oh my god, Rosie interview so telling. Danny and Ashton, $20. Yeah. And it was so, speaking of blurry, because it was so long ago, that interview, it was hard to see clearly the look on Rosie's face, but she looked pretty disgusted, I thought. And she didn't seem too happy about that. It wasn't funny at all. I love how everyone's always saying hi to each other. Everybody's so nice on here. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that have been on my mind. Of course, the main thing this week was um, the Danny Masterson sentencing and just thinking about how finally, the Jane Does had, some bit of justice, but at the same time, the lasting effects are hard and it's not completely over. It may not ever be over. So it's good that he's sitting in a jail cell for at least 30 years. And you know, there's speculation which is probably 100% true, and we know that there's other victims. There's definitely Jane Doe 3 and, many others. So, yeah, he can think about what he did, and, um, they're just in the process of healing, and there's so many women. I think the statistics are, they say 1 in 3, and that doesn't include attempted, SA. But yeah, there's many women and men. So if you think of it, if you're in a room, like Liz Ferris was saying this yesterday, and she went to some kind of festival or something, and she looked around and started thinking, wow, you know, 1 in 3 women have had this happen to them. And it's just so sad and raging, and they you're not gonna get away with it. Danny, you're not getting away with it. And others. I'm just stirring some things here. Evelyn, have we lost track of how fast our culture has changed over the past 2 decades? RE, um, SA matters. In that time and place, that would have been a prank a little more. I expect yeah, this. Yeah, exactly. There's so many movies and shows and references that don't age well, and I'm glad things have changed because no, it's no laughing matter. And the misogyny and the patriarchal ways that, especially religions, right? You think of the Duggars and the IBLP and the all of the fringe religions, and even some mainstream religions that still have a lot of that, and um, don't value women. On Hot on Fire, Rosie wasn't amused. She was talking about jail and crimes. I like Rosie. Yep, one tough chick, another tough chick, right? Yeah, and she's a mom too, you know. And Mila was 14, and there's so many so many young people that have been hurt by this cult, And, I was thinking of another story that Aaron told about the boy selling candy bars. And Danny said, "Hey, you see that little girl over there, 9 years old, just like the same age that Danny Masterson's daughter is now. You see that little girl over there, this 9-year-old girl. I'll buy all your candy bars, this little boy's candy bars, if you go over and give her a message and say something to her." And turns out this little 9-year-old girl was Jane Doe 1, I believe's daughter, 9-year-old daughter. And he said something along the lines of, um, "You can't be our friend, or you can't participate, you can't sell," but whatever he was threatening her with and saying to her, this other boy that had been paid off by Danny, "You can't do such and such because your mother had, you know, told lies about Danny," okay, about being R-worded. So she went up to her mom and said, "Mom, what's, mm, you know, R-word?" Said it right out. And can you imagine, 9 years old? I mean, he was just one sick SOB, just so sick. And I do have compassion for his daughter, and I don't, just like, um, many people have said, even one of the Jane Does in her victim impact statement, I don't wish for him to be assaulted in jail or anything, but I tell you, he obviously thinks he did nothing wrong, like the judge said, and the amount of, you know, the amount of abuse and the amount of, harm that he's done, I hope he thinks about it. Amy Delp. Hi, Amy. I'm a never in, and I'm lucky that I was not raised in a high demand group, but I found a newfound curiosity in them. As an early childhood educator, I think we need to really promote free thinking. Absolutely. I I commend you for, you know, coming into this space and having the passion that you do for early childhood education. And it is important. Really, it is, because children are so, we say it almost sounds cliche. Children are so impressionable. But if you take a little child that is like a sponge, they don't know. They don't know anything. All they know is what you present to them. And I think, every person is born with a certain amount of knowledge of right and wrong or feeling, but they've been told to override any feelings that they have. So if they're told, like, this is the way it is, it's just it's just unthinkable. You think of story after story of, like, Laura Anderson's story, Laura FM, and Serge and Vanessa and Alicia and all of the second gens, Liz, all of the things that they were subjected to, told that this was normal. And then finally, thank goodness, thank Xenu, they broke out. They almost had to relearn common words. They had to relearn common concepts. And myself too, after having deconstructing, deprogramming, unpacking whatever crap that was in my head, I was like, the outside world, okay, it's not evil. It's, there's evil people wherever you go. But for the most part, where I was hell. So I was so worried, so afraid of going to hell. I was in hell. Anything was better than that. So some of the things that, my children went through now, they've acclimated into the quote real world pretty well, better than I had, and to have to just relearn everything. So it is important from an early age. And I would I would even go as far to say, because of the fact that kids that graduate high school are that age group. Just one second. Sorry, my throat's really dry today. But that age group from 17, 18, late teens to early 20s, that is a prime time for cults to come in and try to pluck them up, because they're not under their parents, you know, um, you know, umbrella, authority, whatever, not a bad umbrella, but just, protection and influence, they haven't started their career or their life yet. They're looking for some type of purpose. So I think that, as in an age appropriate way, um, junior high, high school, to teach them about coercive control. Because think of it this way too, you tend to have, some long-term relationships as you get to be a young adult. And if you don't have the tools and you don't know about the bite model, you don't know about narcissism, you don't know um, about coercive control, and it's put on you like this is your fault. This is what, the Darvo thing, right? So I think education is very important, and that's my passion too, is to just keep getting the word out and keep talking. And that's why there's channels popping up pretty much every day, and the more the better. The more the better. Oh, hey doll. Hey Annie. Marilyn Honig, good afternoon to our beloved stand-in mama. Yeah, hi sweetheart. Great to see you. Thanks for being here. I love me some V&E, some triple D. Yeah. Or it's triple C, triple D. Mhm. Stephen Britton, Anhata, I noticed that she mentioned after you get arrested at the end of the clip. I gotta watch that again. Yeah, she seemed disgusted. She's a mother, so that's just so messed up. Renee B, when is our next Star Trek conversation? Good question. I'm not sure about the Nerdy Bunch. I think that Mark is going to continue with the religious studies and things like that. But I will say this that Duncan and Clearwater Chad have both been rewatching the original series, which is a little hokey, but that's where it all started, right? With the character development and all of the Gene Roddenberry phenomena, right? He was so ahead of his time. So they've been watching that. And so I think Duncan's gonna ask Chad to do a stream about it. So stay tuned for that, because if they do, I'll definitely let everyone know. Yep. And I just want to say, while I'm thinking of it, this Wednesday, I haven't made the thumbnail and the event yet, but some of you probably remember that Peggy, our friend Peggy from Triple C on Facebook, she's one of my moderators. She's Happy Chaos on here on YouTube, and she's a researcher for That's So Fucked Up podcast with Ash. Ash and Alex Apostate Alex did some videos, but Ashley has a podcast where she goes into other fucked up, other messed up stuff, and other cults and groups and things that are just crazy. And Peggy's a researcher for her, and she's also a good friend of mine. So this, we're going to take a little break from doing a specific cult, because we were teaming up with Clearwater Chad was helping us do some, like, a cult series, like different cults. We did with Peggy, we did the IBLP, and that was very personal to me because I had a lot of influence from that. But this week on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern, we're going to talk about children and cult influence, high control groups, religion, um, extreme religion. Not picking on, I'm not saying you can't raise your kid to know about religion or to go to church or anything. No one's going to tell you you can't take your kids to church, whatever. But there's, I always flash this book. This was the child training book that we used. It's also the one that the Duggars used. This is the one that I was pressured to use in the cult. This is just one example of literally hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of children that have been abused by the principals in this book. And they are disgusting. So I'm sure we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about probably the 8-passenger mom, some other case studies, some personal things, and also some testimonies that have come out from people that we know, that have come out of high control groups that are second gens. So if there's any, second Jen, even, Scientologists or anything that want to chime in about that, absolutely, let me know because, I think it's really important. I really want to, kinda keep that going because it's always on my heart, always on my heart, the children. On Hot on Fire, that story shows how he enjoyed terrorizing Jane Doe one's family. Yeah, exactly. Yep, yep, and that came right from source, right? That's the policy. But, yeah, he enjoys it. It's just disgusting. He was just a sick individual. Well, he is a sick I said he was a sick individual. He is. Um, FXP, I don't know the original source, but in the movie The Crow, he made a statement that was so true. Mother is the name of God in the hearts and lips of all children. Mother is the name of God in the hearts and lips of all children. Mm, yeah. And just because, your biological mother, that doesn't necessarily mean that, that you fulfill that role for everyone. My mom passed away when I was 5, as most of you know, and I never really got a replacement for that. I feel like my my real mom, I have very fond memories, even though I was only 5. She was a very loving person. She was a very giving person. And I didn't find this out till much later, maybe a few years ago, that she actually ran a charity. So yeah, I totally understand that for for a child, their mom is it represents home and comfort and stability, which a lot of kids didn't have. Amy Delp. I often challenge my class to question authority by simple activities like holding a red ball and saying, "This is a blue ball." It's surprising how many just blindly agree. Yeah, there's been studies done with adults even. And it's a little humorous, but not really. It's almost really sad. Have you seen clips of these experiments that they did where people would somebody would step into an elevator and everybody was facing towards the wall, and he would like looking around. Okay, you just turn towards the wall, you know, or the experiment where everyone was saying that a certain line. It was like these lines, and it's like 1, 2, and 3. Which one is the shortest? And it was 2, and everyone's saying 3. So the guy was just like 3. Yeah, and those are adults. So can you imagine, impressionable children? But that is great, Amy. I love that to teach kids critical thinking at a young age and also to stand up against like even the peer pressure, the negative peer pressure, and having that group think. That's yeah. Yeah, and that's why a little bit of a tangent here, but when people will kind of I don't like the whole mob mentality like when Danny was first convicted and um I joked around. I was like, "Oh, I hope he likes orange," wearing orange or whatever. But as far as like really disgusting things, I don't like that. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to suffer, but I wouldn't wish that on anyone. But also that whole like, yeah, yeah, like do that to him. I it doesn't set well with me because that's how um a lot of riots have started and stuff is just the anonymity and the groupthink and the anything goes. No, you need to rise above it. Think for yourself. Joe, I have so much nonsense to sort out in my head from the ages of 18 to 21 from a cult. I can only imagine how much worse it would be if you were born in or joined slash parents joined as a child. Yeah, absolutely. Because it's definitely ingrained. And Joe, I'm so glad you got out and you're speaking out and you're so brave. Whether you were in for a month or 3 years or your whole life, 30 years, it still impacts you and to be able to speak out and also help others, and I know you have. So, I'm super proud of you, and I'm very privileged to know you. Absolutely. I really mean that, Joe. Really. On Hata, yep, the Jane Doe impact statements are being extensively reported, partly because they were so shocking. Oh, I know, heartbreaking. I listened to Serge read them, and he is so so intense. I mean, the way he takes his time, looks at the camera. Sorry, my voice is cracking because I get a little emotional about it. I think I listened to 2 of them. I didn't listen to the rest of it because yeah, when I think I turned it off when, the Jane Doe said, "You're not my burden anymore, and, I don't wish that on anyone. What you did to me, I don't wish on anyone. Sorry, and I forgive you. I forgive you." It's like, sorry. Whew, yeah, yeah, they went through hell, and, to be able to stand there, I mean, I'm sitting in my comfy house in my comfy chair with all of you and, the hell that they went through and the pretty much 3 trials because they did the pretrial to even get a trial, and they've had to testify over and over and relive this and tell their stories and be fair gamed and be taunted and having even their pets being gone after and their in one case the 9-year-old child and all this they've gone through and they've stuck it out. They stuck it out. So, yeah. E. Say no to cults and yes to free thinking, freedom and love. Yes. E. With the volcanoes and the hearts. I love it. Love it. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. What you see, what you get. I'm a little I got a little heated last night and one of the things I don't want to talk about it anymore, but yeah. Yeah, I just, like I said, I don't have a good poker face, so I'm just pretty much going to share what's on my mind at any given time. Um, Witness, it's hard to get rid of that feeling when you should have known slash seen as a child what was going on, but you were a child. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And I know I've said this before, and many, many people have said this, but it just can't say it enough. It's so true. Is that when you're a child, things happen to you. And then as you get older and realize that it wasn't your fault, that you start to get inklings that, wait, that was wrong. It wasn't my fault. And in some cases, I couldn't, I couldn't feel appropriately about it because I had been so, the disassociation and everything from the trauma like shuts you down and you do kind of go within yourself. I I didn't have the tools to even sort it out or express it. Certain words I had never really heard of, um, different concepts. So as I got older, and then even especially after I left the cult with my children, started to dive into um, things like what coercive control is, what, um, narcissistic abuse is, what a cult is. I didn't even have that word in my vocabulary. Because cult I always thought of as like Jim Jones is a cult, Jonestown, Heaven's Gate, Waco, but no, they just were a little more advanced on their road. Their end made everybody know about it, but the tactics and everything pretty much textbook the same. Yep. Freezy New Project comment. The disturbing thing with the Rosie O'Donnell clip was that Mila seemed to think it was a joke and Ashton seemed to completely grasp how wrong it was. Yeah, I'll have to watch that again. I was kind of distracted. But I was watching and I was thinking about it. Maybe I was drawing too many conclusions before I really sunk in what was happening. So I'll have to look at that again. Kristen, hopefully, this case and verdict are just the beginning in prosecuting Scientology and their abuses. Yes. So glad the Janes have been heard and that justice has been served to DM. Yes. And I'm glad that in this next this trial that just happened with the conviction, that Scientology was brought into it even more, and I think that that helped in, them getting justice, and also helped to shed the light on what is really starting to shed the light on what's going on. That I'll say it again, and we said it earlier about the CNN interview, and it's a major outlet, like I said, whether you like CNN or not, they are a major news outlet, and they did about a 15-minute interview with Leah and Mike, and they just laid Leah and Mike were Leah and Mike. So they laid it out, which I thought was fantastic. Yep. And it's just the beginning. So witness, Kristen, yes, let's hope this momentum continues against Scientology. Right. Because no one is going to shut up. Nope. Witness, Stephen, ignorance of the law is not an excuse for crime, plus violence is never okay. Right. Yeah, you can't say I didn't know. It was wrong. You're right. You are correct on that. On fire. Question: can you do an interview with Liz Gale comparing childhood Dianetics with, I don't know what that is. HTTAC. You have to tell me what that is. Liz did want to do what she was calling a mother bear episode, just maybe even like just a short one about having being a second gen, having third gen kids, and basically breaking the cycle, kind of like what I did with Alicia. But interview with, okay, yeah, let me know what that is. I can talk to Liz. Yeah, child Dianetics. Ugh. She, mm, she was very much a victim of the real abuse of like how, and I know that V and E have talked about this too, and I'm sure Laura and Serge and all of them, but that whole thing of like from when you're a child, that you're just a Thetan, you're not really a child, not really treated like a child. There's something, essentially wrong with you, and having those concepts of like even before you were born, you chose the body and you were this and that in the past life. I mean, that's so confusing and how just why? Can't you just be a kid and be loved by your parents and go to school and and watch Sesame Street? I don't know, you know. But yeah, I get it. Innocence is stolen from the beginning, and mine was as well at 5 years old. Just insane. From a poet, I'm scheduled to go on with Liz Gale on Wednesday at noon. Yay! We're going to be talking about my collection, which is coming out very soon. Awesome! Yay! Yay! I love it. Thanks for letting us know. And please, post it when you get the thumbnail and everything. Definitely. Joe McCoyne, that story about the 8 passengers thing was shocking to me. It proves that there is horror in plain sight among us. Yeah. And they had something like 2 million viewers. It is, like a Duggar thing, but Mormon. Yeah. Just so horribly abusive. That's another thing, yeah, that I was thinking about, and it actually prompted me to ask Peggy if she wanted to do one on children. Um This Wednesday. Oh, ours is gonna be earlier than Liz's, so we'll work that out, Penny, as far as the timing goes. I didn't know she had one at noon. We share a Penny 5A. But, Peggy's on the West Coast, so we'll have to try to figure out how early we can go on, but yeah, um, about this just this weird, sick, militant, like, opposite day kinda thing that cults do to try to get, the parents indoctrinated enough to think that abusing their children, we flash it again, that treating their children like this is somehow ordained by God, you know? And I always had a hard time thinking God was love if this is the kind of thing that he's telling his people to do to their children. But it's like, oh, it's for your own good. Oh, it's for, suffering for righteousness' sake. this 6-year-old kid who couldn't make their own lunch. Oh, it just makes me sick. Then they make her starve because she's 6 years old and can't make her own lunch. Like, those people shouldn't be parents, let alone going in this, the whole Mormon version of the shiny happy people thing. It just makes me sick. And there's so many more, things like that. There he is, this guy. No one's blocked him from my channel yet. Duncan Honig, my hubby. Hi, y'all. Chilling on the porch with a coffee. Oh, my coffee's a little cold, honey, but that's all right. It's all good. I'll drink it cold. I put it in the microwave all day. Pool clean. Thank you. Dogs laying in the sun. There's sun. Oh yeah, the sun's out. Break time with y'all now. Hi, honey. Oh, I hear one of them. That's funny. Let's see. Kristen. FXP. Hopefully Leah's case is the nail in Scientology and David Miscavige coffin. Yeah. And it's gonna drag on for a while, most likely, but yeah. I just have so much respect for her because she knows what she's getting into. And of all the celebrities that have just kind of slinked into the background, into the darkness, she's taken them right on. She's like, enough's enough. She's, again, one tough chick. Oh, sorry. I just got a message. Um, Anyways, where am I? I get so distracted. I'm like, oh, butterfly. Oh, um, oh, hey, Sophia. The problem is undermining the critical thinking through trust and blinders for certain people and thinking it's going to end well. Yeah. Critical thinking through trust and blinders. Yeah. No, I don't. In some ways, I think they don't care if it's going to end well. Like, they want to just control. And I just so grateful that so many people are, saying enough's enough. I'm out of here. You know. So, but yeah, they delude themselves into thinking it's going to end well. And Theta, hey Marcus, how you doing? I can hardly watch Serge and Laura. It's devastating to me as well. Oh, I cry and cry. Yeah. It's just in those pictures that Laura posts. Oh my God, she's so precious. Oh, she's still precious. Totally, totally precious. Hmm. Steven, Danny victimized them not once, but twice, 3 times. Yeah. That's the horror of the legal system. I wish there was another way. Yeah, they had to go through reliving it. It's just awful. Sophia, if we give up our values because we perceive someone having violated dignity, we stoop to their level. Right. Yep. Yep. You gotta rise above for your own, sanity too, your own well-being. And I love how um, Jane Doe put it. One of the Jane Does put it was that you're not my problem anymore. I'm not carrying your burden. I'm not. I forgot how she worded it, but basically, like, she's not her trauma, and he's not her problem anymore or at all. You Princess, great merch idea. No cult. Yes, free thinking. Front/back of a T. No cult. Yes, free. Yeah, no to cults. Yes to free thinking. Right. Is what Alicia said. Yeah. Freezing new project. I wanted to be clear. I'm so happy Jane Doe 1 was able to forgive Danny. It's important for her ability to move on, heal, and give him that burden back. Right. On the other hand, I have no reason to do so. Right. Right. And I totally agree with that. Yeah, there's consequences for his actions, and I don't feel sorry for him. I don't, because he inflicted a lot of suffering, and he needs to pay for it. And yeah, I don't feel sorry for him. He and I get him mixed. I get the impact statements mixed up, and I think it was the judge that said that you're not the victim here. I know you think you did nothing wrong and you're the victim. You're not. You're not the victim here. So, and she just gave him, the maximum pretty much, right? Cat Jack. Marilyn, I love your heart. The best thing about this community is its heart and acceptance of everyone's individual experiences. So grateful to have found my people. I feel the same way. Yeah, Cat Jack, I do feel the same way. Thank you for your kind words. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Sophia, abusers know how to keep up the charming facade to keep abusing. Yep. hmm Duncan Honig, hi honey. We recently watched the Bill Cosby documentary slash movie. It was sickeningly familiar. Yeah, it was. I can only imagine the horror of waking up feeling sick and knowing you'd been drugged and abused. Now what? Yeah, it's unthinkable. And thank you, honey, for posting that. I love when all you gentlemen like FXP speak out about that. Thank you. FXP, I don't have children, but I have sisters and nieces. Here we go, right? And nephews. I've always been extremely protective of children. Thank you. Absolutely. FXP, I also can't wait until Asshat Cooter. I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh. Is on trial too. I think there is enough evidence for that. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. And here I'm looking up at the titles like Sunday Fun Day with Marilyn. You know what? Whatever's on our mind. It's been a serious week, right? So we're not afraid. We're not into toxic positivity. Or toxic negativity. We're just seeing what's on our mind, right? Oh, I already put that. I must have liked that one because I put it up twice. Oh, the gray zone. Look at Princess V in the thumbnail. I love you, sweetheart. Oh, so this is Vanessa LaRose, her new channel, her existing channel, but she's brushing it off and going full force with not only Degraded Daughters of Dianetics with Alicia, but this is her new channel. So if anyone in the chat, I've been in the start because you guys have so much to say that Penny's starring things, and I haven't been keeping up with the live chat. But if one of you fabulous mods can put up I can't remember if it's at Vanessa LaRose. If you can let us know, V. Let's get some subs for her channel. And she's got some amazing content already, a bunch of lives that she's done, and also some things in the works. So I'm so excited. So, anyways, let me read your comment, honey. Oh, there it is. Oh, double tapped. The gray zone. We must tell everyone about my solo project. Oh, there we go. See, I wouldn't even read it. I'm just like, blah, 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 it's Vanessa. I'm going to do my first video this week, psychology heavy with a lot of Scientology speak translated in there too. Yeah, I have to say that Vanessa, as we've only known each other for a short time, but I've learned so much from watching their Degraded Daughters of Dianetics and other channels, especially from the second gens. And when Liz's quizzes did, I think it was with Alex, like I don't know if it's the master one. I didn't really know a lot of the ones from that she asked Tony because those were like really, really, really hard. But I knew that the lowest condition was confusion. And I was like, yes, because it's not an obvious answer. Because you know how Scientology takes normal words like reasonable and makes them, mean something completely different. So yeah, you've taught me a lot, honey. And the way that she explains things and explains like what's going on in your mind. What is your body telling you? What is your mind telling your body? What are your emotions? Yeah. You do great work, honey. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. Selena Kaimauer, tell us about your message. It sounds like it was juicy. Oh, the message on the phone? I don't get juicy messages. You're so cute. I was probably I think my daughter's coming up at around 1 o'clock. She'll be late. I could still hang out with you guys. Yeah, I got a couple other ones too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't wanna call people out. You guys will probably find out this week because yeah, I'm challenging myself to keep the channel going and to, keep all my other plates spinning, so we'll see how it goes. On Hot Chrissy's, Instagram callouts are getting real traction. Yeah, I've, heard a few of her I almost said tweets. Okay, it's not a tweet. It's IG, yeah, Instagram. I'll have to I think I still have an Instagram. I gotta get with the times. I did download TikTok and followed, Cassie Marie of, No Culty Vibes. She's, like, something else on TikTok. She's like Cassie dot Marie or the real Cassie, something like that. But yeah, from No Culty Vibes. She's one of Liz Gale's good friends. And I followed my my sons have Apollo's brother, Apollo and Rocky's brother. And it's little his name is Punchy with a Y. Punchy the Palm. It's at Punchy the Palm. So if you like doggy TikToks, you can follow him too. So Joel, it has been my experience that people who abuse animals also abuse people. The same evil works in both, right? No mercy, right? It's disgusting. If you see animal abuse, people are not far behind. You keep your eyes open, the change can be you. That's right. Thank you for reminding us. And that's definitely a passion of many of us, probably all of us, to not see. Oh, coffee's coming. All right. Thank you. New coffee. You're so sweet. My hubby brought me some fresh coffee. Although I still have this fall one. Fall, y'all. I said earlier, if you've never been to Vermont in the fall, if you're ever going to visit Vermont, the end of September, beginning of October is absolutely gorgeous. You get the fall foliage and the pumpkin spice in the air and the apple season, and it's just awesome. And he gave me his cup. Does it have? Oh, wait, let's switch hands. I don't know if you can read it. It's kind of small. I better before I spill it on myself. We're spilling the coffee. We're spilling the tea. Spilling the tea today and the coffee. So this is his dad mug that the kids gave him. So he gave me his mug. It's got dad sayings. Uh, I'm not a taxi service. Were you born in a barn? Let's see. What else? Uh, you don't know what hard work is. Oh, Duncan does say this. I'm resting my eyes. Cause like, Dad, you fell asleep. Oh no, I was just resting my eyes. Oh, don't spend it all in one place. You'll understand when you're older. And my adopted dad used to say stuff like that and be like, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, all those things. So yeah. Everybody give me a old timer dad saying. I love those. All right, we'll put a little bit of levity in this. We've been talking about some heavy stuff, so I want to loosen up a little bit. Uh, Evelyn, Zach the lawyer pointed out that Masterson may have been advised not to show remorse because they plan to appeal. That said, my gut tells me he's not sorry. Yeah. Hmm. That's really interesting. Right. Probably a little bit of both. A lot of bit of both. Yeah, that's a good point though. Cat Jack, I've just finished watching the series The Path. Have you seen it? No, I haven't seen that one. I've heard of it. So many things on my list to watch. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Do you have Instagram? I do, honey. Let's see. I don't have one for coffee culture. I could make one. I have one for I have one for handmade in the hollow with a squirrel on it. I got that one. I just broke some nails yesterday, so don't mind my gross nails, but, um, yeah, and I've got just Marilyn one, but I haven't used it in years, but I can, uh I can make one. Now, it's different, right? Like, when they didn't have, like, videos and now you can message people and post videos and stuff. Like, back in the day back in my day, Instagram was just pictures, you know? So, yeah, I'll have to dust that off too. Oh, you guys you young whippersnappers, I can't keep up with you, tell ya. Mm. Evelyn, I still have that parody mug on my must-have list. Yeah, I think I brought it in the other room, but I wanna line that shelf back there with some of my mugs because I have so many cool mugs I like. My camera's autofocusing. Sorry, guys. As soon as I move, it does this weird blurry thing. I gotta try to fix it. Sorry, I'm all blurry. There it goes. I don't know what's going on. It's probably the settings. I'll have to try to fool with it, but parody mug must-have list, but I need to call my bank. They seem to think it's a scam sale site. It's an international site. Yeah, I had that problem. They get weird about overseas orders. Yeah, I've had that problem with doing like buy me a coffee overseas because some of the UK um creators have the buy me a coffee. And yeah, my bank was like not liking that at all, which is good in a way because they're trying to protect you, you know? So I'm back in the live chat and I spy with my little eye. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Where's Duncan? I'm doing well. Thank you, Poe, for asking about me. Duncan's not available right now. He would have li- he would have liked to see that you're on here if he was still with us. But I don't know. He might have jumped in a lake somewhere. Duncan, can you provide proof of life for Poe? Because he's not going to leave me alone if you hear me right now. Poe is always teasing me. Hey, Poe, can't wait for our live later. Yeah, me too. I think it's what? Is it 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern? Poe and the Go is going to be on with Vanessa and Liz Ferris. So I'm really, really super excited. I can't wait. And yeah, I mean, if you're not subscribed to all three of them, I mean, make sure your notifications are on. I won't ask the mods to get the links and all that. You guys can. Oh, here it is. Never mind. Thank you, sweetie. Liz and Vanessa, I'm Poe on the Go. Yes. Super excited. Super excited. Oh God, here we go. Is he making noodles, Marilyn? So, another channel that I really like, really love right now sit is at Simple Good. I might even have her banner here. Uh, it's just at CYNFUL good. I don't have it. I'm on everyone else's channels. I make banners, but I haven't done that on mine. It okay. So, anyways, Simply Good is the name of her channel, and the handle is at Simple Good. It's Sinica. You probably remember her as Sinica. Now she changed the name because of her channel. She has a cooking channel, and production value is amazing. The recipes are amazing. I made one the other night when Duncan came home. It was steak marsala instead of chicken marsala. Oh my God, it was so good. Had mushrooms. And she said she wanted to dedicate a recipe to us. And she said, "What do you like?" And I said, "Well, Duncan likes meat and potatoes, and I like things with a flourish. I like to do a little gourmet, a little touch on things." And uh, she said, "Do you like to set booze on fire?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I like to set booze on fire." So I did that. And then last night I looked up one of her recipes, and it's I think she just downloaded it either yesterday or the day before. We had all this boneless chicken, and it was yeah, her food is amazing. It's so good. And this was brown butter chicken with ravioli, which I didn't have any ravioli. And I asked Duncan, I said, "Hey, we got any of those bow tie farfalle or whatever?" I guess it means butterfly in Italian. Do you have any of those, butterfly looking pastas? Oh, yeah, yeah, I got some in the back. He's got this back room. We call it the back room. We used to have a hot tub in it before we bought the house. And he's got all these stashes. I think he's waiting for, I guess he's one of those end time preppers, he's waiting for something to happen. So he's got all these stashes of food and everything everywhere. And then his office, and then little nooks and crannies in the house. So I had no idea where the pasta was. So I was gonna go live on Xena Nation with Liz and Steve, and I'm like, I gotta get the pasta done. And blah, blah, blah. And I was like, "Where's the pasta? Where'd you put?" So we're arguing over the noodles. So I said Duncan hid the noodles. So he hid his noodle. So that turned into a whole thing. That turned into a whole goofy thing. The gray zone. Oh, I'm certainly looking forward to it going to go way out ethics. That's right. You can count on Poe. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Simply Good for Simply Good recipes. Nice. Oh, gray zone. It would be sorry. Uh, no, I double tapped. Sorry, Paul, right in front of Paul, right? Because he calls me double tap. The gray zone. It'll be such a high crime, but ironically legal as fuck, with a police chief running the show. As absolutely, Paul on the go. Yep, you got it. The gray zone. Who says we're going to stay within the boundaries of the law? Retired. Remember? I love this. I love when Penny puts up a whole conversation because I miss it because I'm like so distracted by everything. That's great. Thanks, Ben. That is so funny. High crimes. Oh God, more people than I thought saw last night's broadcast. Noodles and bathwater. Yeah, I had to. I had to excuse myself for a minute to go because after 2 hours, I'm a middle aged lady. I gotta, I gotta go pee, right? And so I went to one bathroom. Duncan was in there, in the bathtub. So I went to the other one, but everybody's like, "Where's Duncan?" I'm like, "Oh, he's in the bath." And they said, "Is his needle floating?" I'm like, "Well, his noodle's floating." But yeah, I'll probably try to keep this PG though. Oh no, jeez. You just roasted me. I gotta tell now I gotta do a backstory for the backstory. Mate Poe on the go. Maybe we should change your nickname from Double Tap to Babble Baba. Short for Babble. Baba. Oh, okay. So if anyone ever went to Sunday school, I'm not sure if catechism has, but I'm sure they have Bible stories, right? I never went to catechism. But when you're a kid, if any of you went to like Sunday school and heard like Babel stories, heard Babel stories, there's a story in the Bible called about the Tower of Babel, but we call it the Tower of Babel, but it's Babel. And from what I remember, I think people said I was getting it wrong. But this is what I remember, anyways, was that um, back when, and, you're told when you ask questions like, why are there so many languages? This is the story you get when you're a kid in the, in, fundamental and a lot of evangelical Christian Sunday school classes. This is what you're told, why there's so many languages. Okay. Was in the beginning, everyone spoke the same language. And then they got a little too prideful, a little too kind of puffed up and wanted to be like God. So they decided to build a tower to heaven, the Tower of Babel to heaven. And so they started building this tower and they're all speaking the same language. And you say, hey, Bob, can you hand me that, piece of wood? And, hey, I need the hammer and the rocks and all that. So they were all able to communicate. So I started building this tower. And all of a sudden, God was getting mad, righteous indignation. And he came down and all of a sudden he scrambled up all the languages. So they couldn't communicate. So they couldn't hand the plank to each other. They couldn't understand each other. They couldn't coordinate into one, big group and become this powerful force that could just built I guess they didn't know about the atmosphere that they'd burn up. They made I don't know. Anyways, that's why we have so many languages. So, Tower of Babel. So while I'm telling this whole story, I see it pop up and it posts like, "What's Marilyn babbling about? What's she babbling away?" So yeah, it's my channel and I'll babble if I want to. I do cry a lot too. Cry if I missed that one. You can call me cry baby. You can call me corny. I'm so corny. I don't need to talk to a corn. I'm that corny. Just saying. Mm. Evelyn, oh my God, if I watched all the SPTV I wanted to, I'd never get anything done. I know. Yeah, yesterday when we were doing the nerdy bunch, I said, guys, I gotta hop off the 2 hour mark because Kelly and Doug were on, and I really wanted to see that. But yeah, I set it up. I was walking around with my Chromebook, and had them going, and I was like cleaning and chasing dogs around while I was listening. You know, Gray Zone, your broadcast was epic. I'm not sure what you mean. Was it last night? Or we were talking about noodles and then yeah, there's been a lot of talk. I don't want to give him, I don't want to really give him any attention. But I've been silent pretty much about a certain person except to make some veiled references, maybe not so veiled references about a special mug that I got as a gift from Kelly and just different things, laughing it off. But I pretty much laid it out last night, said my piece in a short way. And basically, just of it is if someone thinks that I have been silent because I'm scared or I'm weak or you know, I'm afraid and I'm hiding. No, no. You know what? I've done 11 videos this week. This is my 11th video since Monday, and I'm gonna do 11 more probably this week. And people that think that it's funny to take a tragedy that someone has gone through and make it a joke or try to taunt you, try to find your ruin. And this is basically what I said in a nutshell. And you can go back and watch it if you want. But it's just a short thing. But this person keeps getting brought up. And I just said, I've been silent for 2.5 months. And let me just say this, you know, even up to a couple days ago, I hadn't I hadn't engaged. I don't wanna know. I don't wanna hear his name. I don't wanna know about him. I don't know what he wanna know what he's saying about me. I said some really disgusting things where he was making fun of, the tragedy, the fire where I lost my whole family, most of my family, and, I've made peace with it. It's been 47 years, and if you think that's going to ruin me, if you think you're finding my ruin, guess what? My ruin happened. I've already been ruined, and I've risen from the ashes, and Liz Gale and Aaron and everyone who has lost people, everyone who still has people in the cult that have been disconnected from, you know, we've risen from the ashes and we're speaking out and you can't stop it. So whatever, just, be your little stupid troll self and we're just gonna just gives us more fuel. So, you got your little minute of fame last night and still haven't said your name, but yeah, so whatever. You and your little stupid minions can take a hike because we're just gonna keep going. He who must not be named. Yeah, don't even give him yeah, and, I haven't addressed him, but last night I looked right at the camera, and if he sees it, good. I don't even care. I don't care, 'cause, yeah, he's not gonna find my ruin because it's already been found and buried in the past. So, I'm going to keep going. I'm gonna honor the memory of those that I've lost, and, we're gonna keep pushing and for the cause to stop the abuses of cult abuse. And yeah, whatever. We're going. So we are phoenixes. Yes, I love that, Stephen. Yep. Rising up. Oh, amen, sister. Let that person burn up in their own time and they will be ashes in the wind. Right. Right. And, I would say that, if there is an HE double two sticks, maybe he's already in it, right? Because, it must be, terrible to live in that kind of mentality where you purposely victimize people. Oh, it just ugh, I just I feel sorry for him in a way, I really do. I feel sorry for him, but I also it's not okay, but I'm okay, and it's all good, and, I'm going to just keep supporting those who have been abused and, the survivors, and they're very strong and beautiful, and we're we're gonna move on. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going, pushing even harder, right? Mm. I'm just reading about people saying about me and Duncan arguing about pasta. Anhata on fire. Baba is Polish for old lady. That's funny. Duncan called his grandmother Baba. His grandparents were Baba and Papa. Um, Sophia was a mistype. LOL. It was for Marilyn. I never argue about pasta. Is all good. Am I all the pasta? Yeah, but if you're looking for it, you can't find it. Like, where did you put the pasta? Never. Yeah. He has it. I told him when he went up to the lake on his trip with his brother, I'm like, "Can you at least keep your phone on you in case I go to do something and I can't find" like, I was looking for batteries for well, my mouse died. I need a battery for that and batteries, and what if the power went out? And yeah, all these what ifs, right? So so thanks everyone for hanging out with me. Mm. Marcus, did you take to that, find your ruin. It's simple, pointier to a complicated issue. Okay, simple pointer to a complicated issue. Okay, I just kind of popped that up. I'm not sure. I'm sure it was in the middle of something you were saying, but we can talk about that sometime because I, Kareen, yes, Marilyn, he does not have the power to stop you or anyone else. We got your back. Thank you, Kareen. Yeah, I kind of surprised myself because I mean, I've said this lately and it's true. It's true. Is that I feel things, right? I have zero poker face. I have a hard time like hiding how I'm feeling. And when I have spent like 2.5 months holding something in and I just opened my mouth and what came out and some really bad words too. So if you think it's completely out of character for this middle age, well, actually, I'm not middle age because that would be I'd be 105, 4, 5 if I was middle aged, right? Double my age. But this middle aged crochet lady that's so just so super sweet. And that's me. Like I am middle aged crochet lady. I do blow kisses. I do love you guys. I ask my kids. I'm just always hugging them and but yeah, you pushed me too far. Yeah, pissed me off. I was saying that for it. Yeah, it was not my best look, but it is what it is. It happened and it's over. Pulling the go, Marilyn. You know it. You have a great family, great life, a new family on YouTube. Yes, I do. You come out stronger than before. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, I think there's that um, that survival instinct in all of us. You know, the fight, flight, or fight, and that just fire inside of you that can't be snuffed out. And I feel it, and I feel kindred spirit with you all, and I am just so grateful. We all need to vent sometimes. Yeah. He's yeah, I wasn't planning on talking about it, but you know what? It came up. It it's all part of life. It's the truth. It happened. And I'm to the point where I'm gonna live life on my own terms, and if someone tells me to do something and I think it's a good idea, then I'll do it. If it's someone tells me not to do something and I think it's a good idea not to do it, well, I won't do it. But if someone tells me to do something and I don't wanna do it, I ain't gonna fucking do it. I'm not. No one's gonna tell me what to do anymore. Even if they mean well and they give me advice, if it's good advice, I think it's good advice, maybe it's good advice and I don't take it and I regret it later, but even with all these channels, everyone has their own style. There's no quote gatekeeper that gets thrown around a lot, but there's no gatekeeper. There's no one telling you what to do with your channel. We put SPTV up there, but it doesn't mean that we agree with every SPTV channel, and it's okay. It's okay. I'm not everyone's cup of tea or cup of coffee or whatever, and that's okay too. It's all good. But yeah, I kept silent for 2.5 months at the, advice of many people, but also because I felt like it was the right thing to do. And then last night, I spilled it. If people are pissed at me for saying something, "Oh, you shouldn't have said anything." I'm just telling you guys right now, if I get any messages saying that you shouldn't have said anything, um, I'll be like, "Okay, well, you know what? Unless you have a certain type of towel that's been designed for you specifically, I don't wanna hear it." If you do have a towel that's been designed for you, I will listen to you. I will empathize with you. I will understand you. But also, we all have our own journey. So I'm just gonna put that out there. So yeah, and I love you all, whether we agree or not. It's all it's all good. One tough chick. I love tough chicks. I can be sweet as cream until you piss me off, then I'll burn you. Yeah. Yeah. I think everyone has their limits, and I think that's why a lot of us are sitting here and not in a cult or not still in an abusive relationship or, a high control group or an MLM or terrible job that you hate, because after a while, enough is enough. Enough is enough. And I love this community because we can heal and we can understand each other and we can learn. We can learn from each other and we can learn from ourselves. Listen to ourselves, listen to your body, listen to your emotions and your own inner child that's crying out. From a poet. Best thing you do with trolls is let them eat static. Anyone can tell me no, I don't. I don't know what that movie comes from. I don't know. All right. You guys are so cool. Oh, we're talking about Taco Bell now? I'm so far from a Taco Bell. I'm so far from everything. I just far like, I was thinking about the post office, like, "Oh god, I gotta go to the post office." Mhm. Are people talking about Star Trek? Oh, sorry, guys, I'm trying to grab some of these. Marilyn, why would anyone be pissed at you for spilling the beans? Well, not necessarily pissed at me, but if there's a lot of different trains of thought about things. You know, it's easy to tell someone else how to live their life, but yeah, I mean, I do have a lot of great friends that give me great advice and I go to them. And even in this space too, definitely but advice is advice, when you start dictating things, which none of my friends do, people that I are consider my friends, nobody would ever do that. And even if we disagree, it's all good. It doesn't mean they're gonna stop being my friend. But I'm just saying that until you've walked in someone's shoes, it is it does, like, if just some random person starts telling you what to do and you don't have a history with them and they don't have, a similar experience to you, take it with a grain of salt. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Alright, I see. Sorry, I had to write that, but I don't see what you wrote. I'm looking to see what you wrote. I like nachos? Yeah, I like nachos. There's all these random statements. You guys are so funny. Oh my goodness. I like okay, we're not gonna talk about, weapons that probably on screen because who knows what I have no idea what's okay to say and what's okay not to say. I probably blew it since I got monetized last week, who knows? I haven't gotten any threatening emails, so we'll see. Joel McCoy, on a lighter note, thank you, Joel. The former feral cat Aussie that we've been fostering, I found a great forever home for him. Awesome. His future is so bright. You gotta wear shades. Nice. And yeah, I remember you saying that your wife is really great with socializing the feral cat. So that's awesome. Thank you for what you do. Thank you so much. It's amazing. We have so many amazing people on here. I just love that you share your lives, and it doesn't always have to be about Scientology or cults or anything, but, I love that, and you guys are you're so you're so smart. Um I've learned a lot about, not only life, but just, your your perspective on things. I really like to hear it. I really like to hear. Okay, there are firearm channels on YouTube. All right. Yeah, see? See, I learned something just now. Thank you. Yeah. We're talking about bullets and evidence. Mm, just one sec. I gotta get a drink of water. Hey, Deviant. Good to see ya. Deviant. I know. Yeah, what is it about quarter of one here? I'm gonna wind down soon because my daughter is coming with her step kids. And I think they wanna do one last jump in the pool before we start draining it and doing all the fall stuff. Sorry, I can clear my throat again. Mm, mm. Ugh, so dry here. It definitely feels like fall. Talking about cisterns. Freezing new project. Comment. It should be noted for all the threats to Aaron that when he goes to California, absolutely nothing happened and no one even approached him. Right. Yeah. Yep. Just like Scientology being paper tigers, like, he just talks a big game. Mhm. Yep. I think my throat's telling me I gotta stop gabbing. Gabbing for hour and 45 minutes. All right. Well, thank you everybody that came in. I'm not sure my schedule. I always try to post things at least, 12 hours or a day or sometimes 2 days before I go on. I do want to do some morning streams. I loved last week doing the morning musings and just having our coffee in the morning and talking about the day before things get crazy. I really really love that. Marilyn, tea with honey and lemon can help with voice throat. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, one tough chick. Yeah, so I'll be around and hopefully you will too. And I just love to check in with you guys and talk about what's going on in Scientology and with your lives and anything else that on your mind. And definitely Wednesday we have planned. Probably going to do it on the earlier side because I know that Liz is going on a little later with Poet, and I don't want to miss that. So uh, we'll plan that and talking about children and cult abuse, coercive control, different ways that children are indoctrinated at a young age, and just keeping the education going and talking about things, you know. Like, a couple more comments here. Kareen, Marilyn, venting your feelings helps you feel understood, seen, and supported. As I said before, we got you. Thank you so much. And I do feel understood, seen, supported, and I hope that you all feel that from me too, because I really love getting to know you all as much as I can, through the screen. Oh, thank you. One tough chick, many tough chicks. Witness, yes, all the tough chicks and the men. I appreciate all you guys, FXP and Joel, and there's another Aaron, and there's all kinds of there's names I'm not sure of. Of course, there's Duncan, my honey, that pops in. So thank you so much, guys. And so we will be talking. Yes, we'll be talking soon, and we'll see. What's today? Sunday. So don't forget tonight is 8 o'clock Eastern is Poe on the Go with Vanessa LaRose and Liz Ferris. And then tomorrow night, who knows what's going to happen with the usual panel of Aaron Aaron doing his panel. It's been a little bit different lately, but we still have been going on the after party at 9 o'clock. And I think that Chad still does his pre-show at 9 o'clock Eastern is the after party. I think it's like 5 o'clock, maybe a little earlier is the pre-show. And there's a lot of the community that pops on, which is awesome. And then not sure if I'll do a morning stream tomorrow, maybe not, because I've got some other things to do, but we'll see. You never know. So, all right, guys, have a fantastic day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye. Love you guys. See ya.